All right, Mech Warriors, take your seats for today's Tactica drill. We've got an incoming question. Fritz, an Atlas, the Inner Sphere, 100 tons of war machine. What's the smallest lance or the smallest group that you think, that we think as Mech Warriors, that could reliably engage and defeat this machine? So a mission where maybe you've been sent out recon and you're up against an Atlas and you just have to do what you have to do. Or city fight, city tech. It's a big city. You find yourself at a dead end. You turn around, there's an Atlas grinning at you, and you have no choice. So reliable factor. Does that mean like 8 out of 10 or 7 out of 10? How many out of 10 do we think? That's where I usually like to start. Because, yes, it's a war game. Yes, there's crits. Yes, you're rolling dice. I mean, there's times, absolutely crazy stuff. Any type of stuff can happen. You know, turn one headshot from long range blows away the pilot. What? But reliably speaking, with some good tactic, I mean, player skill is important also. I'm not discounting that. Absolutely. You can take a new player and give them a tremendous advantage in mechs and machines and out-tactica them. So if we're looking at, and likewise, even if they have good tactica, I could make some mistakes. I often make mistakes knowing it for tabletop glory. I see a chance for it, and I'm like, this is a bad idea. This is probably not going to work. But if it does work, you'll be saying my name for weeks afterwards, and I should resist it. The only time I resist stuff like that fully is if I'm playing competitive in a tournament, or honestly, if I'm playing a big game with friends. And I often play, and I love playing big multiplayer games. You know, you bring your collection, 3 or 4 of us on one side, 3 or 4 on the other side. We can really create something special. When I do that, I'm not going to let my tabletop glory ruin the game for someone else. So I collaborate, I play conservative, I play very, very well. But personally, one-on-one, I look for that glory. It's just, it is what it is. So from that perspective, you could have someone that knows good tactica, but they make some mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly. So everything across the stage being somewhat equal, 8 out of 10. I think the correct light lance could do it. And right now I'm like, well, we got to test this out next Battletech game. We got to test this out. Something like 4 urban mechs? Absolutely not. Now, here's the Duke of Death. What we're looking at here is my urban mech mounted with the autocannon 20. I play him in every game. He has an infinite line of credit from the Mercenary Company. And he's the Mech Warrior Duke Tor Ellington has been rebuilt many, many times with cybernetics and other types of things. His job is for the lulls. His job is to hide, often in city fight, city tech. And you know, if we're playing city fight, the Duke of Death is going to be there. He's going to hide. He's going to wait. He's going to advance to the front. And when your command mech shows itself, he's going to just jump out and just start blasting away. Most of the time, it's smoking boots and he gets blown up. But every now and then, and kind of in this Battletech circle I play, a couple of players fear him because it's like, dude, let's like pull this back for a second here, okay? I smoked your command mech once, and it was completely lucky. I mean, completely lucky, and the return volley just obliterated my urban mech. What are you afraid of? That like traumatized you that much? Like, yeah, that's the whole point. But from that perspective, I say that because I think certain light mechs just are not going to work. They're not going to have the speed. They're not going to have the mobility. And the Atlas is just going to smoke them, even being one-on-one. And we're talking the lowest possible light lance. I think they need to be a balance of medium mechs, and one comes to mind. It's kind of the answer for every light mech Battletech question. See if you know what mech we're thinking about here. Give you a couple of seconds to think about it. A mech that has okay firepower, good speed, and good maneuverability with that. Jenner. 4 Jenners, like standard Kurita Scout Lance. 4 Jenners, they have speed that on the way in, they're going to close as fast as they can. I'm going to win initiative either way. I'm going to try to get to rear armor. Now, where are we playing? Is it city fight where the Atlas could back up and protect its back? We'll see what happens from there. That will change things dramatically. If you're backing up against the hex map edge, okay, I mean, I technically can't stop that stuff. Jenners might have a problem. But something like the Jenner that has speed and firepower. Preferably, I'd like mechs that would have arms. Here's how I'm thinking I would beat an Atlas. And it's got to be quick. It's got to be quick because there is the very real potential of losing a mech, barring a lucky shot, barring crazy Battletech stuff. I mean, it is Battletech. I could see losing a mech every 2.5 or 3, 2 to 3 turns. So times 4. There we go. That's what I have. I've got to make it happen. A mech that has speed, and I'm going to try and make physical attacks. I'm going to try and get base to base, and I will. If I can get rear armor and blast you, maybe a group of spiders. If I can get rear armor and blast you, although that's going to take a little bit of while, that would be a tactica for the Jenners. But barring that, I need to make those physical attacks. I need to close. I need to try and blast you. I need to maybe try and do death from above, although I'd rather make the physical attacks with the punches. Return punches, or if they connect, they're going to scrap the heck out of me. A kick will just split me right down the middle. So I'm going to try and be moving those movement modifiers. I could see it where I'm going to, let's just say it's 4 spiders, right? Spider-Man Lance. I'm going to run in, try to get rear, try to blast you, because this way, at least if I punch and I miss, it's going to cause rear damage. I'm going to get base to base with them. I'm going to try and punch you in the head. You're going to make physical attacks. You're going to fire. You're going to potentially destroy one. Then next turn, I got to pull away. What's going to keep me alive in the physical attacks is the movement modifiers on my end. Moving in that turn, moving in so fast. I think I'm kind of safe that first turn. But now second turn, we're point blank range. I haven't moved. I'm going to have to kind of redeploy and move away. I need to move out. I'm going to eat a lot of your firepower. Then I'm going to move back in, reset my how many hexes did you move, movement modifier, and really just try to take you out from that physical perspective. Switching over to vehicles. Now, there's a lot of things that can make an Atlas pilot, mech warrior, very, very nervous for low battle value. I take 4 Saladins. Those are 4. Take a large balloon, put a seat on it in front of an engine, give it a fiberglass body so it looks like it has armor, but it doesn't, and then mount an autocannon 20 on it. I mean, this is fast. This is fast. Saladin hover tank. Tactica pushed up to the channel here under the Battletech playlist. Battletech wiki it. Very fast-moving, low battle value autocannon 20. I take 4 of those. That's scary to an Atlas. That's an AC 20. I'm moving up point-blank range, massive movement modifiers to protect me. I'm blasting away. If I can get rear armor, you are in trouble. You are absolutely in trouble. Then I pull away. Then I move back. And the interesting thing is with initiative, winning or losing initiative until I start really losing them, I'm going to be able to protect myself just because you can't be everywhere to shoot everywhere. 4 Saladins would make me very, very scared as a mech warrior, piloting an Atlas, piloting any type of upper assault mech. And that is a very, very viable tactica. It wouldn't necessarily be cheesy at all to bring. So you can go for the absolute lightest with light mechs where it's going to be a challenge and come up with a scenario like maybe you discovered something. Or it could be even something like, look, I'm going to build something for the lowest battle value, biggest punch to go out and wreck. Because my Battletech bro always brings the Atlas, always playing it well. I got to hear about it. If I lose the game this week, I hear about it all week. I get those texts, right, till we play next week. And I got to take this Atlas out. 4 Saladins, boom, smoked, done. I mean, from that perspective. So there are possibilities to focus on. So I'm going to turn it over to you guys now. Lightest lance that could 8 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 9 out of 10, engage an Atlas and win. And then, of course, if we're looking at combined arms, kind of those tricks or certain builds taking advantage of things that would really give an Atlas a major problem to deal with. Not a guarantee. No guarantees in Battletech, but focusing on that possibility. Dismissed.